Hello everybody, we are back here on the Hunter Call of the Wild, and unfortunately as of recording this my voice is still a little bit raspy, but we're gonna do our best to get through this video. But anyway, I figured we'd do another update on the grinding for the Great One. As of recording this, today alone I've probably killed around between 70 and 100 whitetail deer, and it's been a while since I've seen anything good. We had those level 3s that we got a couple days ago, or actually I think it was yesterday. By the time this goes out, it will have been a couple days though. But anyway, we got those, but ever since then I haven't really seen anything, so I say we're about due for another diamond or a rare, so hopefully we can get something today. And here we go, here is that little buck right here, 218 on the first buck of the day, and not too bad at all. Got a decent little single lung, just barely was too high for the heart, so that's kind of unfortunate, but I mean, it is what it is. But I've been really grinding hard for this Great One. We've gone through probably maybe 4 hours of just grinding whitetail today alone, so I really want to be able to get this Great One as quickly as we can, because it has been quite a while since it was released and I've just never been able to get one, so I figured we'd go as hard as we possibly can this time around, and I'm going to try to just continue on until we do eventually get one, but we will see how that goes. Anyway, let's go ahead and get a couple of these down. And yeah, that'll do it. Alright, let's go ahead and grab these little guys. 159 on that one, and this one was actually a decent one, a little 212, so that's not too bad. Definitely a solid buck. Not quite in that 85 to 100 range, but still decent. You know, recently most of my zones that have had consistently decent sized bucks have all been down in the Balmont area, and that's where we currently are right now. This whole stretch has been just so good for decent sized bucks. Clear down to this one that we were just previously at a couple herds ago, and then along with all of these, it's just been really good. So hopefully we can get a decent diamond or something out of one of these respawns eventually. Now let's see if we have any other males. I don't think there was. So something that I get asked quite a bit is how I'm able to get so many whitetail kills and so many whitetail zones hunted during my drink times, and I figured I'd kind of go over that today on how I do it. Now, one thing that's very important, as most of you probably know, is get tents set up at all your zones. As you guys can see here, I've got tents at every single one of the whitetail zones that I plan on hunting heavily. We've got tents pretty much everywhere that I've been able to find whitetail. There's only a couple spots that don't have them, and that's just because I ran out of places that I could actually put tents. But for the most part, you want to get a tent wherever you have a zone, because that'll really speed up the process in getting to those whitetail and taking them out. Now, another thing that is super important when it comes to making the most out of the drink times that you have is to always use your ATVs. It honestly really does help a ton, as long as you're not within range of another zone to where you could spook animals. Then always use your ATV, because it's going to save you a ton of time when it comes to getting to the downed animals, picking them up, and being able to go to the next zone. So that's something I really don't see a lot of people do, and it really does help with speeding things up. I use them all the time, and that's how I'm able to get like 20-30 bucks in a run. And this little guy right here is a 220, so not too bad. We're getting a lot of decent bucks. I'm glad to see that our respawns have started getting into the higher weight estimates, the 85 to 100. I'm seeing quite a few of those compared to what I was, and it's really nice to see. And I apologize for the voice cracks and stuff, but unfortunately, with my voice in its current state, that's going to be popping up a lot, so I apologize in advance. Alright, so we got a pretty decent buck right there. He's not quite in that 85 to 100 range, but it's still a decent one nonetheless, and that one's not too bad either. We'll go ahead and take out as many of these as we can. There is 3 from what I can tell, but who knows how many we'll actually get. Of course, he would stop right as I shoot. definitely not vitals on that last one, but maybe we can save it. Well, he'll definitely die. It's just a matter of when. Because unfortunately, none of those were vital. Alright, here is the biggest one of them all. 213. Not too bad at all. Very close in size to a lot of the 85 to 100 bucks you end up seeing, so definitely can't complain about that. Got another one right here that is a 191. And this last one we hit pretty much everywhere except the vitals, so that's a little unfortunate, but I mean, we got it down in the end, so really all that we needed with that. Managed to get a couple extra shots into it to take it down fast. So let's go ahead and grab this one and then we will move on. This is one of those zones right here that used to spawn 3 or 4 bucks at a time, and now I'm really only getting 1 to 2. And right now we've just got 1 here, so I'm not really sure what causes that or why it happens, but it is kind of strange, and hopefully it'll start producing more at a later time, but for right now it's just not really producing like it used to, which is a little bit sad. And here is this little guy right here. Not too bad. 190. Nothing crazy, but a buck nonetheless. So as far as I can tell, that right there is a piebald. So that is really, really cool. I'm glad that we finally got a decent rare out of this grind. Unfortunately, it is just a small level 1. I think literally we got the smallest thing we possibly could out of a respawn. So that's a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's still a rare regardless, but we're definitely going to need to try and take that thing out. It's pretty far away. There actually was a few other bucks here, but since we are getting close to the end of the drink time, they had already started to move away. We have this little guy and then a couple more right here. So let's go ahead and take this guy. He seems to be the only buck that's left. So, actually, looks like we got a doe coming around, but go ahead and I think we smoked him. Or, actually, we might not have. Hold on. I think we saved it. I think we actually saved it. Alright, so that is awesome. I'm glad that we were actually able to save it. That's going to be nice, even though it was just a small one. It really doesn't matter too much. But yeah, that's pretty nice that we got a second shot into it. I really don't know where I hit on that first one, so I'm a little confused about that. But I mean, either way, we got it, so let's go check it out. Alright, so it's definitely looking like we did get him on the second shot. I don't see any vital blood though, so that definitely is a little worrying. And I guess there is a chance that we didn't get the second shot, but either way, let's pick this guy up and see what happened. Oh, we did. Okay, so we did get him on the second shot. That is really good. Go ahead and tax that little guy right there. We have killed so many whitetail deer leading up to this guy right here. So that's pretty awesome. Out of our grind, I think we've got close to 200 whitetail kills now, maybe even a little bit more. At the end of the video, I'll try to remember to put some kind of a counter of some kind to tell you guys exactly how many kills I have on this grind, but I'm pretty sure it's at least 200 now, and we've got 2 level 3s and a piebald in total to show for it. Alright, so it looks like we got ourselves 2, maybe even 3 bucks. I can't really see what this one right here is, but we got at least 2, so we'll try to take those out. And I was just thinking, almost every time I find a rare, it does end up being a small one, just like that. And almost all the ones that Flinter ended up getting on his Great One grind were relatively nice, so hopefully this grind will have some good size rares in store for us eventually. And that was a male actually, so let's go ahead and get him down too. So that's 3 whitetail down. Alright, so it looks like we actually have them all on top of each other, so that makes it easy for us to go up and claim all of them. So just real quickly run through and grab all these, and then head to the next zone to make sure that we use our time wisely. So we got at least 1 buck here. I feel like there's another back here. I did see something moving, so We do want to get ready just in case one runs out, but for now, let's just get this guy down here. And now we will watch. There's almost always 2 to 3 bucks here, depending on how quickly they respawn, so I'd imagine we'll have another, but doesn't happen every time, because, well, really depends on how quickly all of them respawn. Sometimes you'll get one of them to respawn, and then 2 will spawn in later. Other times they all come in at the same time. It really does seem pretty random with the respawns in Call of the Wild, as most of you probably already know. And there is our little buck. Just a 171. We did get a heart shot though. And I do want to real quickly check to see if maybe there was another one that ran off, because I could have swore I saw something in the brush back here, but it's looking like I was wrong. It might have just been a rabbit, so I guess we'll just move on. Oh my gosh, guys. We have a second piebald buck, and this time it is down at this little lake right here near Chila Hiking Village. That is so awesome. I can't believe that we have a second one. Normally I don't even find one in a hunt, but now we have 2. What has it been with this Great One grind and getting doubles of everything? That is absolutely awesome. And I think that one moved, unfortunately. There we go. Got that guy down on the second shot, so not too bad. But as I was saying earlier, I was curious if we were ever going to get anything decent like Flinter ended up getting on his Great One grind when he did his. He was getting pretty decent sized rares for the most part, and we had pretty much only seen small ones, but now we actually have one that's a decent sized one. It's not huge, but it's still way better than what we had had previously, so that is awesome. Alright, so here is this big buck right here, 235.70. We've been getting a decent amount of 85 to 100 bucks, which I'm really happy about. Very nice to see that we're finally getting some more heavyweight bucks compared to what we had previously. There was just so many small bucks the past few days of grinding, and we're finally getting our herds to a point where they're spawning in some decent stuff. First it started with those double diamonds, and now we've got quite a few of the decent 85 to 100 bucks, along with a second piebald. And it hasn't been that long since we got the last piebald. We've only done a few locations since then. That is crazy. I go pretty much all day without seeing anything good, and finally we end up getting a couple decent ones. I'm honestly just really happy that I decided to record today, because I was really debating on whether or not I should, with my voice still being the way it is. I really wanted to make sure that I got a video out to you guys, but at the same time I was trying not to strain my voice, so I'm glad I decided to record, because it's been honestly a crazy video, and if I hadn't been recording when I found these, then I would have had to use a shadow play, which isn't as good of quality, but that is awesome. That is really awesome. Alright, so we are now in the lodge, but we do have a decision to make, and I want your guys' opinion on this. What should we do? Should we make this mount an all piebald mount, or should we keep it the way it is, but maybe remove the troll and add in the decent sized piebald that we got today? Let me know what you guys think, because I'm not really sure what I would prefer to do. I mean, eventually we'll probably make a second whitetail mount if we end up finding another diamond, but until then it'd be nice to have something cool with this multi-mount, and I don't know which I prefer better, so you guys let me know what you think. Until then though, I think we're gonna go ahead and replace possibly this right here with a, and there we go. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Definitely like the way that's looking. I actually really like the way that looks. I think it shows off the coats really well, so we'll probably leave it like this. Might change it at a later date, but for now I think that looks pretty good. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. I do post daily videos along with 5 live streams a week of Cabela's, the Hunter Call the Wild, the Hunter Classic, all those awesome games along with various other hunting games. So If you guys enjoy any of those, consider subscribing. Also like the video if you haven't already. It does help push my videos into YouTube's algorithms and helps recommend them to more people, which is a huge help in helping us reach our goal of 7,500 subscribers by the end of the year. Well, with all that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace!